Oh, hello, folks. This is Steve A. for you. I'm waiting for something to finish in the other room. San Francisco will sue ultra-processed food companies. Just don't eat it. So I was looking at nothing in this episode is a promotion nor is a recommendation. I'm looking down here. Energy Secretary, backup generators at commercial sites could unlock 35 nuclear plants. If you go to Franklinville, it's about 2 miles that way, there's a backup generator next to the fire department. It doesn't run all the time. It's there if the power goes off. They're critical. There's another one 100 yards away, down closer to the river in Riverside Park, that runs the pump for the water pressure in Franklinville. That's what they're talking about. You've seen those. They're just sitting there. Anyway. Here's the one that caught my eye. The mayor of Stockton, Christina something, announced her intention this week to ask the federal government for manpower to stop rising crime. Does he mean National Guard? Mobilized National Guard? What is she asking for? After a horrific mass shooting at a child's birthday party, resulting in the deaths of 4 people and 11 wounded. Officials believe the attack was gang-related. Now, they're quoting her. We've got approximately 5,000 gang members and 100 gangs in the city of Stockton. Stockton's violent crime rate is currently 212% higher than national average. You mean even higher than Baltimore? Hang on. Baltimore violent crime rate versus national average. Baltimore's violent crime rate is significantly higher than in the U.S. national average. The city has historically struggled with crime rates above national averages, although recent data indicates a notable decrease in some crime categories. Wait a minute, I used to live in Philadelphia. Wait a minute. Philadelphia consistently has a significantly higher violent crime rate than the U.S. national average, with recent data showing a rate more than double the national figure. So nothing's changed since I left there in the early 1970s. it says it's more than double, right? That's 200%. Stockton's violent crime rate is currently 212%, so it's double. Now, a long time ago, part of the time while I was living in Philadelphia, I was a cub master, cub pack. You know, there are cub dens. This is before Boy Scouting. And I can remember one of the parents we were discussing, we had a problem. It was held at a church. The monthly meetings were held at a church. We had den mothers. And one of them, when she was going out of the church to her car, it was after dark, there had been somebody banging. The meeting was in the basement area of the church. It was perfect. There was a little kitchen there and everything. It was just, it was for those kind of meetings. And there had been somebody banging on the bars on the basement windows. And when she went outside with her two kids to get into her car, one of those kids, you can guess what kind, came up and slashed her. Jealous, presumably, that we were inside, it was warm, and we were having fun. So one of the parents, I remember when I was talking with him, and we were talking about gangs, said, at least when he went to school, you had to be a member of a gang to get to school. Now he's talking about walking from home to wherever the neighborhood school is, presumably not just down the street, 1 block away. That was the only way you could get to school, if you had some kind of local gang. I'm giving you some background and how, in a way, things change, but they don't change. She uses the words, these animals walked in and shot children at a children's birthday party. She stopped short of calling for deployment of the National Guard, but the Guard is not a fix-all solution. It's essentially a barrier. So what is she asking for? That the police can't do. The police know who the gangs are. How many gangs are there in Stockton, California? Let's see if AI Overview knows. Stockton, California has an estimated 100 documented gangs with approximately 5,000 gang members. The Stockton Police Department has previously indicated that while around 70 gangs are documented, about 30 of those are considered very active. Law enforcement agencies frequently conduct operations targeting specific violent gangs, including but not limited to Asian boys, Conway gangsters, Crips, various sets like Muddy Boys, Little Ruthless Criminals, Comstock, Locktown, East Coast, Northside Gangster, Flyboys, Glock Team, that's a gun. MOB, Norteños, you know that cedilla, you put a Y sound in there. Various sets like the West Stockton Warriors, North Stockton Norteños. What does that mean? What is Norteño? North side? Hang on. What does that mean? They give me the answer in Spanish. Yeah. For example, norteño is used to describe the inhabitants of the northern part of Mexico. It's a kind of popular Mexican music, and it's also what's a pandillas? Does that mean gang? It said explain that. Did it do it? Hang on. Yeah, it is. I got it. Pandillas is a Spanish word that translates to gang or group of friends and can refer to various types of group, including criminal street gangs, a group of friends, or even a traditional dance. That's what they meant about the music. The specific meaning depends on the context. It can refer to the serious issue of violent street gangs in Central America or in Stockton, California. Those Central American gangs are territorial violence, drug sales, and other criminal activities. See, I'm just broadening your understanding. Now, I'm just wondering, are about 10% of the people in North Carolina came here primarily from Mexico, but also other further south Central American countries. Like, actually, when I was on the trail last week, I bumped into a gal and her friend, and and looking at her, I asked her what part of Mexico her family was from. She said, "Oh no, Guatemala." I asked them that because I tell them right away that a long time ago I worked in Mexico, and I'm trying to bump into people who might have come from very close. I've met one person who grew up in a town 5 miles from where I worked in Mexico. Here. It's a big country, so it's like throwing darts. Am I going to hit one close to? So, are there Norteños gangs in North Carolina? Let's see what the AI overview says. Yes, Norteño gang members have been documented in North Carolina as evidenced by the arrest of a member pending prosecution in the Middle District of North Carolina. Middle District would be Piedmont, where I am. While Norteños are primarily associated with California, they have established a presence in other states, and a documented member has been processed in North Carolina. In August 2025, it's November 2025. ICE reported the arrest of a Mexican national with a documented history as a Norteño gang member who was in ICE custody and pending prosecution in the Middle District of It says, as is seen in this ICE press release by ART, while many local gangs in North Carolina are independent, so there are gangs, some are affiliated with national street gangs, like the Norteños, as well as the Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings, and MS-13, according to the Department of Justice. National Drug Intelligence Center, North Carolina Drug Threat Assessment, April 2023. Something that's archived. So it went way back. Okay, this is what they're referring to. Now, June 6, 2024, this is WRAL, which is in Raleigh, and used to be just a couple of blocks from where I lived when I was in Raleigh. I was on one side of NC State campus in there. Oh, they aren't going to let me see? Gangs and young gang members are a problem in North Carolina. There's no doubt that gang violence, gang crime is a problem nationwide in North Carolina. The FBI tracks some 33,000 street gangs, motorcycle gangs, prison gangs currently active in the United States. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything. Raleigh's not immune. Raleigh's not exempt. The South has seen an explosion over the last 20 years. Bloods, Crips, Sonos, Norteños, Latin Kings, Gangster Disciples, Satan Disciples. Nash County, that's northeast of where I am. Gangs in Charlotte, Raleigh, Rocky Mount, Wilmington, Fayetteville, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, selling drugs, robbing people, committing fraud. Durham, the city with a known and documented gang problem. Police did not want to talk about it. This is what WRAL said. And that was in 2022 where WRAL documented detailed challenges to the Bull City, that's Durham, faces with gun violence, bang, 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 averaging 2 shootings every day. Name national gangs known to be in North Carolina. Wait a minute, there's a Wikipedia? pages in category, gangs in North Carolina, 18th Street Gang, Millennial Cartel, MS-13, Nazi Lowriders, 9 Trade Gangsters, La Familia Michoacana, that's Mexican, Michoacana, that's a state in Mexico, Michoacan. The Nueva Familia Michoacana organization. Let's just pick that one. La Nueva Familia, they're the new version. The new Michoacan family is a Mexican criminal organization and the U.S. designated foreign terrorist organization that specializes in illegal drug trafficking, illegal mining, and extortion. It's currently headed by, and they name him, El Prez. You mean it isn't El Jefe? And his brother, El Fresa. The organization was founded as a splinter group in 2000 from the original. With the formation, they had to split off because the original La Familia, not the Nueve, somehow got taken over by the Knights Templar cartel, and somebody got killed in 2014, but they're not sure if that's the guy, mainly dedicated to drug trafficking and battling the CJNG criminal organization out of Tierra Caliente, that's the hot region, in Michoacan and Guerrero. I know a guy from Guerrero. Met him on the trail. Fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, marijuana, poppies, threatening and blackmailing people on social media. But see, all I did is so they have a branch in North Carolina, is what they're trying to say. Yeah, right over here. Territory, Mexico, Michoacan, Endomex, Morelos, Jalisco, Guerrero in the United States, Texas, New Mexico, North Carolina, Georgia, Washington, D.C. Activities, drug trafficking, murder, extortion, kidnapping, blackmailing, robbery. What do they mean by illegal mining? Extract precious metals, and we have gold here, but I don't know if they do that here. So, why do you watch TV and why do you go to the movies? Actually, why do you watch most YouTube videos? It's all garbage. Why don't you just do something like this? Let your mind wander. You pick up on an article like this, and then you just kind of follow it with key ideas and let them, they start at a high level of abstraction, but then you become more specific and, in this case, find out how close to home it is. Why don't you do it for where you are? See if you got one of those gangs there. Steve A. before you. Bored and just letting his mind wander. Remember, I'm an idiot and I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Saying see you in 73.